One of the rare times I actually did research. That's how much I actually respect you. I did research for this.
I know,
Uh,
I hate research as well.
it's it's the worst.
Oh my.
I read that at Montgomery College,
Mhm.
you had directed a movie called Star Trek Demented that the
Yeah.
school put on.
Hmm.
And then I saw just recently that you directed an episode of Star Trek Brave New Worlds.
Yeah.
Was that like a full circle moment for you?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a dream come true. I did this, like in college, in Montgomery College, we were all supposed to do these projects, separate projects, and it's for a certain at a certain point, like it just started falling apart. The schedule wasn't working, and the teacher was like, "We got to do something." So I was like, "Well, why don't we?" I had this idea for the Star Trek episode that maybe different people can direct, different people can light it, different people can do camera. Like it's kind of like a project. And the teacher, luckily, was very supportive and was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I wrote this thing called Star Trek Demented, and again, it was like the Evil Dead, version of Star Trek, where it's like, and I love Star Trek. Like I'm totally a Trekkie. I'm also, obviously, you can see background. I love Star Wars as well, but
Mm.
Star Trek like was, at that moment in my life, that was my jam. It was like I was watching, I would tape it at night, the originals. And this is before, Next Generation. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, this is late 80s. So right when Next Generation
Okay.
was about to start or whatever. But um it was it was just like I loved it. It was like a labor of love. And we did you know weird, really cheap special effects, and we
Mhm.
completely like kind of embraced the fact that we had no money, and cheesy costumes, and then and the main thing was that our studio was like, in Montgomery College. Now they have a great studio, have a great setup, but back then we were like in the corner basement of the library, and there was this AC hum all the time. Like, and you'd be doing like an interview show, be like all the time. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, you could do like a science fiction show in here and have this, background noise work. So that's part of the reason why Star Trek came up, is because of this background hum. And then, many years later, but anyway, it's probably the most fun thing I did in school for sure. It was just collaborative, and everybody loved it, and everybody got involved in the costumes, and it was really like very collaborative. People had so much fun on it.